What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Rage Podcast. This is your host, Cristopher Zamora. Welcome to the show. So today, guys, I would like to speak to you about the movie called Supergirl. It came out in the year 2026, and lots of people, even the critics, kind of don't like this movie. I have my doubts for this film. I actually went to the theaters and I actually gave it a watch. Like, this movie, it seemed like it was getting a lot of negativity online, like a lot, to be honest. And so I just ignored what people were saying on social media. And so I went to go watch the film, and I gotta say, this film is good. What are people talking about? Well, let me tell you what people are talking about. Most of the people, they mostly just talking about the actress herself, Millie Alcock. They're not talking about the movie a lot, which is insane. Yes, the movie right now is like not making a lot of money on the box office, but the film is good. I give this film at least like a 7 or 7.5 out of 10. So look, here's a tweet stating how much money Supergirl has made so far. It says right here by the Hollywood Handle on Twitter. It says Supergirl releases on digital platforms on July the 28th, barely 1 month after its theatrical release. It grossed 100 million globally so far on a 180 million budget. It has made over $100 million already. The thing about the movie is that there was a lot of competition around it. I think that was like the main issue for this film. If this movie was probably released maybe around September time or like late August or so, this film would have done so much better, to be honest. Or maybe even early August. But since there's a lot of films like, for example, Toy Story 5, that's a kids movie, and lots of people who grew up watching that franchise want to go see that film instead of Supergirl as well. The Minions film, that's another kids film that parents took their kids to go watch instead of Supergirl. And this phenomenon of the Backrooms film and Obsession, now those films, they took the world by storm, and in Supergirl, it kind of did suffer because of that. Who would have known? Who would have known that Obsession would have been one of the biggest films so far this year, and it has made a lot of money. So look, this is how much it has made. But I do not know the exact number. It says right here, Obsession has officially become the highest grossing film ever made on a budget of $100 million or less. So look, here are the top three. As you guys know, Obsession. Oh, look, so it has grossed over $403 million with a budget of $750,000. The second one is Enter the Dragon. That one came out in 1973, and it has grossed over $400 million with a budget of $850K. And the third one that I'm just going to mention to you is the Blair Witch Project, the one that came out in 1999 with People in the Woods. Now that movie had a $750,000 budget, just like Obsession had, and it has grossed over $248 million. Dude, just give me at least 1 million. That's a lot of money. They made so much money for these films with a 750,000 budget. That still is a lot of money, but if you multiply that by a bunch, $403 million for Obsession, that's a good amount, man. That was like one hell of a successful film, and also the Backrooms has been doing so good as well. Now I don't really didn't remember the Backrooms budget. It doesn't really say here on the top films of all time, but it has garnered a lot of money. The Backrooms as well. That's a major success. But Obsession, it has gone way over the top, and this was a phenomenon that people weren't expecting, to be honest. And Supergirl, it did suffer because of those two films, but it's not their fault. It's just what it is. People just like horror as of right now. And another movie that maybe might do good is Evil Dead Burn. Now, for me, I'm trying to avoid going to movie theaters right now because like the only one that I'm really looking forward to the most this month, you guys probably already know, is Spider-Man, the newest film. Now that's the only one that I am looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to the Odyssey because the last film, the one that came out, Oppenheimer, I was expecting it to be so good, so great, and I gave that movie a 6 out of 10. And yeah, it wasn't as good, to be honest. But the Odyssey is beginning a lot of hype because Christopher Nolan, that was the director for the movie Oppenheimer, and Oppenheimer was going up against Barbie, and that's what made both of these films successful because of their rivalry, I guess, or the internet how it goes. They were just putting those two movies together, and hey, both of them won at the end at the box office, to be honest. Yeah, as for Supergirl, as right now, it has made over $100 million globally, and the budget for this film was $180 million. Now, let me just tell you about this film. It's a good film. What I agree with people saying about this film is the bad guy. Yeah, the bad guy, I feel like it could have been an easy win, to be honest. Like, maybe they could have cut this movie shorter, but they had to make this film longer as much as they could, at least an hour. And Supergirl as a character, I don't really know much of her character, to be honest. Like, the only show that I've seen her on was on Smallville, and she only came out in a couple of episodes, to be honest. Not as much, because that story just only focuses on Superman, not on Supergirl. But the movie Supergirl, it is a good film. What I like about it is how it goes deep in the character. I'm just gonna go in minor spoilers for the film, guys. So if you have not seen it, then go watch the film if you don't want to be spoiled for this film. Now, Kara, she is going through stuff. She lost her family in the planet Krypton, and that was the major thing that was going on for her. Since she lost her family, like, she was just going through so much emotion. And so the thing is, she was just drinking a lot and just partying a lot, just trying to get over what happened with her losing her family and even her planet. On the contrary, Superman never went to Krypton because he was sent to Earth. But for Supergirl, she witnessed her planet disappeared. Like, everybody was dying, and that's what made her go through all that stuff. And I feel like they did capture the main emotion they wanted to for the film. Yes, it was fun at times, but it was just mostly focuses on her just struggling, trying to get past losing her family and her planet Krypton. That was the main point of the film, to be honest. And yeah, they did good. And as for Lobo, Jason Momoa, dude, who would have thought, man? Well, maybe everybody thought that he was gonna do a great job. He did. He did a one hell of a job. Maybe even a way better of a job than he did with Aquaman, because he was a badass, man. He was kicking ass on that film, man. Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. pretty cool. He did an awesome job playing that character of Lobo. And yeah, like I said before, the only thing I do agree with people is the main villain. He was a very forgettable villain, but yeah, that was about it. That was the only downside of the film, which is most of it, but everything else, like just the story plot, her trying to get a cure for her dog and helping the girl trying to fight the bad guy, and then Supergirl actually killed the bad guy. Yeah, makes sense. It was a straightforward film and with a straight story plot. Just I don't agree with the bad guy just being that weak. It could have been a more harder boss. But this is the first film, and the DCU is just beginning. Like a lot of people just compare this to the MCU, and also because it's James Gunn behind the DCU. Did you guys know about Kevin Feige when he was making Iron Man? No, I highly doubted that anybody knew who Kevin Feige was. Nobody knew about him or when he was making Thor. Maybe people started paying attention even more when the Avengers films finally came out. The very first one, back in 2012. Maybe that's when people started paying attention to the guy behind the MCU. And because James Gunn is well known, because he was the guy who created the Guardians of the Galaxy films and now making Peacemaker, people just focus on that and they don't give him a chance. And yeah, this film, it was okay. It wasn't the best film, but it was good. It was good enough, man. I don't know what people want. You need things to breathe, and that's what the DCU needs as of right now. Barely the second film in the DCU. We still have at least a couple of more films on this phase one. And I can't wait, man. The very first Superman film, I liked it. At the time I'm recording this podcast, it has been 1 year since Superman already came out, back in 2025. And when I saw that movie, dude, I enjoyed that film. It was a good one, man. David Cornsweet, he played a great Superman. And they just gotta give this franchise a shot, man. Just be patient with it. Like, they're going to get to the Justice League one day, but you gotta give it a shot and be patient. That's the thing about these franchises now. Like, people are just expecting everything to come just like that and like super quick. Back then, people, when the MCU was coming out, people were just taking it in and just going and go see the films, but they never give this a shot because, like they're just comparing it to Marvel. You just gotta give things a shot, man. And as for Supergirl, give it a one-time watch. It's not a bad film, to be honest. I feel like the Captain Marvel film was more forgettable than Supergirl, to be honest. That's like the one I can compare it to the most. Wonder Woman, the one with Gal Gadot, the very first one is my favorite one. The second one, not so much, but yeah, it is somewhat the same level. Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot and Millie Alcock with Supergirl. Yeah, it is about the same, but they're not bad films. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you gotta give this film a shot. I gave this film a 7.5 out of 10, to be honest, and yeah, I did enjoy my time watching it. You should go watch it too. Just go watch it with your family members or something. I went to go see it by myself. Yeah, but yeah, it was a good watch, and I enjoyed my time watching it. Well, guys, that is it for this podcast. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this podcast, Make sure to follow it on whichever platform you are listening to it. If you are listening to it on Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, make sure to follow it. And also recommend this podcast to a friend or a neighbor that actually likes listening to stuff about pop culture stuff or anything horror related. Maybe they will enjoy this podcast as much as you do. And yeah, guys, that is it. Take care and live to the fullest. Bye.